Ometepe means kind of raw, wild, lawless. The rules are a little bit different here. There's no safety. In this race, it really is all about you and you kind of taking it upon yourself to look at a challenge and say, how can I do this? And what exactly am I going to do to keep myself safe in this situation?
Absolutely foremost in our minds with every obstacle was that it was something realistic that the local people do here on a daily basis. The runners will come to have appreciated that there, just how hard it is.
In 2003, I first came to Ometepe and just fell in love with the place. It's such a unique place. It's so calm and quiet, and other parts of Nicaragua, you know. When I first got here, there were no paved roads. It would take you 3 hours. You could run faster than the buses, you know, out here. And I think that was part of the beauty of it. You know, someone on one side of the island may not know someone else on the other side, and some people haven't even been in towns that are, you know, 10 kilometers away.
It's not about us coming and setting up an obstacle course like you would do in the States or Canada or somewhere else.
It's another world for them. So I think just the fact that Ometepe is like a little tiny world in and of itself. It's this little island.
It's about mimicking the daily patterns here, and that includes water carry,
and it's on a lake. It's not out on the ocean. It doesn't get as many tourists as an ocean island. I think that was, you know, some of the appeal, and then the 2 volcanoes.
people have to go out in the mornings and haul water from a well. Carrying rocks, people dig up rocks to build their houses with. They don't get delivered, they carry them. Firewood is a daily chore. People go and carry firewood every single day here in bundles that would put our 50 pounds to shame, to be honest.
The fire and the water is just very majestic, and I think everyone that comes here kind of shares that. They come to Ometepe and they realize, yeah, this is what it's all about, and they share that.
The bamboo climbing obstacle was one that we lifted directly from everyday life here. We actually, for setting up the obstacles, that was a super simple one. We brought 2 local kids who were aged 9 and 13, and they very quickly owned up the bamboos and set up those obstacles for us. So that's something that the locals are very adept at doing. Climbing is something that they can all do.
Yeah, you got it.
Whenever people first come to do a survival run and they get here and they kind of realize that it's going to be about organic challenges.
The local farmers do it, climbing trees to harvest things. Another obstacle we used was harvesting the manakata leaves. That's a chore that has to be done about weekly by the volcano guides just to keep those trails from overgrowing.
I saw these farmers, you know, they must have been 60 or something like that when I was going up the volcano, and this guy had a log that must have weighed, you know, twice his weight, and he was just carrying it up like it was nothing, and I realized this is his daily life. Last year people saw people carrying bundles of firewood. There was a woman that was 60 plus talking on her cell phone carrying a bundle of firewood next to one of the survival runners who was complaining about it. And
Freediving obstacle comes mainly from, you might not be diving for a rock obviously, but the local fishermen do throw out their nets and then swim down and push them onto the bed to trap the fish. So that's another obstacle where we've just mimicked a daily chore and turned it into an obstacle and put it into part of the course.
Where? Over here?
These people's lives are tough, but these people, as a result, are a lot tougher. They're a lot stronger, and that's kind of what we're trying to do. We're modeling survival run. We're taking you out of your comfort zone and into a little peep into the everyday life of the local islanders.
We never set out to create a course that was intentionally trying to stop people finishing. It's obviously extremely challenging, but I think every racer finds their limit within it. Even if they don't get all the way to the finish line, they find out something about themselves and they find out a lot about the race. Throughout the race, both physically and mentally, you're going to be challenged, and each person will be challenged in a different way, and eventually most people find something that's too much and they find a reason to drop. And it's only the guys that are most adaptable, have the widest skill set and have the endurance and perseverance who made it to the end.
Our ethos is challenge your body, discover your soul, and we actually have one for Ometepe. It's corre como loco, cambia tu mundo. Run like crazy, change your world, and that could go on several different levels. But yeah, challenge your body, discover your soul is, you know, through extreme endurance racing, you may find something out about yourself, and that's the reason why all these people are coming here to do events like this.